Hello YouTube, I'm back. It's been a minute. So just a quick update. I'm back in town. I was out of town for about 3-4 weeks, up in Toronto, and then some other things out of town that had kept me out of town. So I'm back, and started in playing again. Went out to Marine Park yesterday, practiced. Played like 9 holes. I only had my 5 clubs because I was taking the bus out there. So it was really good. I mean, my short game is not happening. But it was good though, because it was like I ended up having to do a lot of short game shots because I only had 9 iron and I think a 6 iron and a 58-degree wedge. The greens were in good shape. The course was in amazing shape. Greens were good. They were rolling good, rolling fast. Yeah, so I ended up it was almost like one of those, that short game tests that Eli does, where you throw the ball off. What up, Eli? Because I was just missing greens, because it was like a 4 mile an hour, 4 club win, and I didn't have 4 clubs. I only had 4 clubs. So that was good. So it was a good baseline. I actually started playing okay near the end. I went up sort of front 9 and played 9 holes, like started the 9 again. Yeah, I think I was playing 2 balls. So 1 ball I was even, 1 ball was 1 over, but I was like 1 under on one ball for a little bit. Not to say I could take that around a full 18, but you know, it was good once I was just out working on short game shots. So it was great. Wedges are pretty rough still, not a lot of consistency. Trying a couple different things, I'm just trying to not be, I think I was getting a bit too mechanical. Some swing stuff though was great. Just, working away. Hit the ball not bad. I think my grip was a little too strong in my right hand, so I sort of got it a little bit more over the club. There's a Hogan video of him showing his sort of setup, and sorry, the kitten's going crazy here, so I hope there's not too much noise. Our perennial star on the video. I hope there's not too much noise in the background. Anyways, yeah, I'll put a link in the description. Some of you might have seen it. It's incredible footage. I think it's from like 79 or like 82 or something, and he's hitting balls in Florida, and it's incredible. I mean, the guy's like probably like 73 or something at the time, and he's like nailing the ball. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so he walks through the 5, the thing that was illustrated in the grip, the pressure points, but also it's pretty interesting. Like, his right hand is really over the top of the thumb, and I think mine was getting a little bit too underneath, and it was causing me to hit stuff left. And I sort of tweaked with that, and I got it going. So I've been tweaking that, and then was still just working on takeaway stuff, and trying to get the club in a sort of more closed condition into impact. So just working on a lot of wrist condition stuff. I mean, my body seems to be working fine. It's firing, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So I'll just work away on that. I think my club head speed on my driver, it isn't very fast. I was sort of measuring about, it was really wet, so I was just getting carried. I was probably carrying like 155. That was about it. So I'm probably at about 105. I tried to calculate that. Probably my spin or whatever. So I'm gonna go I'm back into my stretching routine. Tyler Parsons has gone a bit AWOL. So what do you expect when you get something off the internet? But he's probably just busy doing stuff. But I would love to, expand upon the routine that he gave me. I haven't been doing it for about 3 weeks, so I'll have to jump back in on that and get back to where I was. Can you hear that? She's just having a blast today. So I'm definitely not where I was, but it wasn't bad. I started in on it. I've been sick. I got back to New York and I got like not 1 but 2 summer colds. So, and then this time next week I will be at the U.S. Open. So I'm gonna try to take this camera. I think I'll be able to take pictures. A friend of mine was supposed to be working at the Acura tour van, and he's not gonna be there. So I was gonna get some backstage, VIP access, but that didn't happen. So I'll just go and hang out. I've never been to Shinnecock before. A friend of mine, Dave Moreland, has played there twice. He played in '96 and 2004, or whatever the years were. And he tried to qualify this year and missed it by a couple shots. He's 48 or 49, same age as me. So it would have been cool to see him out there. Still rooting for him. He's down playing in sort of East Florida, Central Florida, Orlando area, mini tours. 2 nationwide wins. I think his best is top 5 in the Canadian Open on the PGA. He did good. He had some injuries. He's getting ready for the senior tour. So sort of following along parallel at this effort, obviously a very higher level. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep plugging away. I gotta sort of set up to get my clubs going. So like when I go out to play once a week, it's turning out to be like, so I'll have the whole full bag. I sort of got a setup going. I'll hook up for that, so I'll jump into that. And then I got a couple tournaments. I was gonna do the Westchester Open qualifier, but my game's just not there. I mean, it's like I might as well just write a check to some charity, because it's just going to be embarrassing. But I will do this. I'll do a couple. I think there's one in July out at out at Marine Park. So I think I'm going to sign up. It's gonna, I'll do it. I'll do what I can do. I'm going to put my card in. Always put your card in. It's not going to be pretty, but it's good. Maybe by the end of the season, I can, September, October, I can start getting some numbers in. I took some footage yesterday. It's not great. I'll slap it together. It wasn't, the angles weren't great. I sort of forgot the right angles in that little Polaroid cube thing. But that's it. Yeah, I'm back. Gonna keep plugging away. So I sort of have a baseline where I'm at. My short game wedges is not great, and my swing speed is about 105. So if I by the end of the season could bump that up to like maybe 109, 110 would be great. And then just get my wedges going, like little chips, practicing little chips, and my lag putting has gotten a lot better, but just like within 5 feet. Although I did nail about a 20-footer yesterday for birdie, so that was the first birdie of the season. Yay! So that'll just, I got some nice bench lines now that are actually from a course, or benchmarks. So a lot of work to do, but happy to do it. I'll try to take some photos from the U.S. Open next week and post them. That'll be really fun. If I don't, I'll just report. And then I'm going to jump back in and try to get out there every week. So I'll put this video up. Thanks for checking in. As always, super hope you're getting something out of this. If you haven't seen this channel before, yeah, like I played like 2 rounds with a friend last summer, and those are my first rounds in 10 years. Before that, I played competitively for about a season, half a season. Played a couple seasons leading up to that in the mid-2000s, and then before that, I hadn't really touched the club since I stopped playing junior golf, which was 1986. So it's a big ask to try to take what my potential is and do it in competition, but hey, that's what we're here for. So dream big. So I'll just keep plugging in. This is a bit of a long intro, and I'll see you soon. All right, hope your golf season is going well. All right. So here we go. I just thought I'd voice over again, as always. This started off pretty good with my little Polaroid GoPro. I'm hitting balls out of Marine Park, and then the wind, it was, as you can see, it was a little windy, which turned into rain, which was just crappy all day. It blew the camera off the little
sort of rigging I had, and then because it doesn't have a viewfinder, I couldn't really figure out where it was, and I was rushing a bit, and so it's not the greatest angle. It wasn't the greatest angle to begin with, and then it became even a worse angle. But I thought I'd just put this footage up. I'm just voicing over and sort of watching it along with you guys. Just hitting 6-irons here, which have been a bit of a bugaboo. Mid irons have been exposing me to, like I've been saying, a little bit of a miss, sort of a smother miss. But I think I sort of figured it out, like I alluded to in the intro. I just did some grip updates. Also, I've been doing this split. There goes the camera, and then I reset it. I think this was better. You can see just also the type of weather we've been having. This is June, early June. It's like rainy, crappy, and maybe 61 degrees. So it's been pretty challenging weather, to say the least. Yeah, I'm doing a split grip there. So yeah, just to get back to what I was saying, my grip adjustment and a couple of these catching things on these videos about coming down very open and then having the flip has been sort of accentuating my smother, and I sort of got it. At least, it's getting under control. Like the when I went out to the course after, I started hitting the ball quite well, and I feel like I'm getting through the ball a bit better. I'm just making sure I don't early extend, but also when I get stuck, the early extension, it sort of accentuates the early extension. So, as you'll see a little bit later in the video, I took a screen grab of my sort of post-impact position, and obviously I still have flips going on and I get stuck, but when I'm not stuck, my impact position is quite good. So that's really heartening to see. And yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's a pretty solid. If you saw my video, the last one, like by this I'd really flipped and the club was really inside. So this is just sort of keeping a sense of not letting the club get behind me too much, and also just working on when I come down from the top of my transition, sort of feeling like I'm trying to get the club into a more quote-unquote closed position right before impact. So, yeah, it feels like a work in progress, and it looks like my setup stuff is going well. I'm not hunched over like I was. I'm still missing shots. I think I even just bladed that one. I tried to edit these so it wasn't too many. I am doing my routine, and I know it's sort of boring to just watch a guy hit balls, so I am going to try to get some course vlogs going. I just feel like I've only played so little on the course, and it is quite distracting to get the cameras set up and deal with everything. Although I'm in a better situation equipment not wise now, but I will get some course vlogs going so I can watch myself on the course. But it's just also been super helpful to see myself in these videos and sort of track and keep check on things and keep tabs on things. So yeah, the weather is like super crappy right now. It's raining, but this is it. The weather's been so bad up here that it's just you just got to go out and deal with it. It did get better at the end of the day, though, so I'm really glad I went out. I went out and played, like I said, 9 holes, and I went out and played. I sort of looped around on the beginning again and got another 3 holes in before the sun went down. Was playing 2 balls all day, but on that second little loop, I was even and 1 over on 1 ball, which for 3 holes with only 4 clubs. Well, 5 clubs, a driver, a 6-iron, a 9-iron, 58-degree wedge, and a putter on some pretty hard holes. I thought that was pretty good. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's just good to see this stuff. But like I say, I will get some course vlogs going. So, thanks for dealing with this fairly boring golf vlog, but with a guy not actually playing golf. So yeah, just still hitting the 6 irons. I'm just working on those. I thought, well, if I'm only going to take a few clubs, I just stick to driver in them because the irons only range here. But at least if I get on the course, I can practice my driver. I've actually been hitting my driver really well. I just need to, get sort of back into shape, get my swing going a little quicker. But like I said in the intro, I was flying at about 255, let's say. Um, so I definitely need to get that up there. Or I'd like to get that up there. If I could get that out on the fly to about 265, I'd be pretty happy. Yeah, and here's this split drill I was doing just to keep myself from doing an early extension. It's been helpful. And so that combined with the sort of adjustment on my right hand, getting it a little weaker, it got really strong. It seems to be working. So, time will tell, obviously. I am going to try to go get a lesson with someone and have them look at what I'm doing. You know, it's always advisable to have someone with a good trained set of eyes look at you, even if you don't really agree with their prognostic or diagnostic approach of what they think you should be working on. Just at least hearing their perspective on what they see as far as quote-unquote faults or things you could work on or things to address, and then maybe you go find that fix from someone that you're more aligned with as far as a swing philosophy, or uh, but to be honest, to go back to my mantra, all this stuff is moot if you're not getting up and down and hitting good short game shots. So I tried to sort of adjust. I was going for a different target. I was going for that sort of down in the corner. There's a green down there. I wanted to just keep adjusting my targets. And I also thought I would have been able to get a bit more down the line, but I didn't put the camera in the right position. Surprise. So yeah, I mean this camera sucks. Buy a GoPro if you want one of these. A little quick off the back off the takeaway there. I'm still working on transit on tempo stuff. But I'll look at these on YouTube, keep an eye on things. Yeah, it's just great to see this footage. It's super informative. I might have flipped a little bit there. Forgive me, I'm still getting over a cold. Yeah, so this is Marine Park, just hitting balls. Again with 6 irons. I think at the end of this video I hit some wedges. I always hit wedges, I just don't tape it. And then I'm always on the practice screen. My routine is sort of go out, hit a bucket of balls, then go chip for like, a little wedge in the short game area, maybe like 20, 30 yard little pitches and wedges off of some tighter lies and different lies. That's probably it. Do that for about 25 or 35 minutes, and putt for about 25 or 35 minutes, and then come back to the range. I think this is my second range session, and I just was, working with the right hand, sort of making it weaker. Definitely was a transition, it's a new feel, so I was trying to learn how to trust it. But it felt like it sort of slotted in pretty quickly once I got it comfortable. Things felt good, and the ball was going well, and it was going far, which was happening. Which was not happening when I was not addressing this stuff. I was not really able to trap the ball and add any dynamic loft to my mid irons, which was sort of strange. But I was able to do that on my short irons. So just stuff to work on. I'll probably here's I'm doing the split drill again, split hand drill. You can sort of see even there where I'm still sort of cupping my left wrist a little bit too much. I'm trying to get that a little more in check. At some point, though, I'll definitely make sure I get a better camera angle so I can see the back of my swing. But it looks like things are not getting as stuck, even just in looking at this little preview. I am making a real effort to sort of keep that club on the downswing, not letting it drop too far behind me. Yeah, starting to put some good swings on here, if memory serves. And yeah, just let this play out. Thanks so much for checking in. I'll definitely be able to get a bit more footage once I get a little bit more in the season. I'll do some course vlogs, like I say. You know, yeah, probably a terrible swing on. You know, yeah, it's probably just. This is a really good little drill, though. It really gives you that sensation of just getting through the ball without, you know, your spine angle breaking down. So I like that a lot. I have my weighted club here at home where I am, so I can always I'm working with that, putting indoors still, and going back to finishing up Tyler Mitchell. Tyler Mitchell is actually a really good friend of mine. He's a great bass player. Tyler Parsons routine, so which I would recommend if you're not doing it. Any sort of stretching or workout routine that you can get in especially at a later age like I am, seems to reap some rewards pretty quickly. So I'm gonna check in with my swing speed in a couple months, and here it is. Yeah, I'm actually hitting wedges, so I'll be practicing wedges. I didn't do this enough, but anyways. Okay, so there we go, another one. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you after the US Open. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll get more sun in the East Coast. I hope you're having a great season and getting lots of golf in.